Do, do, do.
All right, and welcome probably only to future YouTube viewers that are watching our stream on Wayward Spirit. We are getting ready to, we're getting close at least to the conclusion of the Friends Like These adventure. The party has successfully slowed down the Imperials a little bit as they've approached the planet Xornn through space, and now the Imperials are in the process of landing a massive number of ground troops onto the surface of Xornn, where they are going to assault the Foundry Four facility, which the players are attempting to protect. We're getting closer and closer to the point where rebel reinforcements might arrive to assist the players, but for now they are still on their own. And anything they can do to slow this assault and prevent the destruction of the facility is they're going to have to do anything and everything they can to slow the assault, prevent the destruction of the facility in the meantime. Also, in the meantime, Kira has had a vision of inquisitors that are present in a planetarium that's been discovered underneath another spire that's very close to Foundry 4. This planetarium maps out virtually every significant world that was a part of this ancient empire called called the Kawani Empire. It's been a, uh, a, an archaeological find and discovery that they've stumbled across several times before in their adventures, but there's never been a prize this big. And the Imperials clearly were probably alerted to it when some kind of signal was sent off when they first entered the planetarium, and
Dun
they've
dun
apparently
dun.
now arrived to try to claim it for themselves as a part of this battle. Also important to remember, there was a battle that was fought here in the Clone Wars, and there's remnants of that battle, evidence of it lying all over the place. Downed Republic cruisers, junk that's in orbit over the planet. Very hard fought battle that was eventually won by Republic forces back many, many years ago. And we have also rolled for Destiny, it looks like. We've got 5 light side points
Yes.
and 4 dark side points. So before we start there's a little bit of a break in the action before we start the planetary assault, before the Empire is going to be able to start its assault. In fact, the Empire had a lot of trouble finding a landing point. They had to reposition themselves in the course of landing
Yes.
because of some misinformation that had been sent to them earlier, which further slows down their progress. But nonetheless, in a moment, they're going to be back underway, and they're going to be heading down toward Foundry 4. And what I need to know right now is where everybody has relocated themselves to since the end of the space battle.
Kraven is probably on his way down to the planet in a shuttle.
Okay. So we're going to just put Cribben on the planet inside of Foundry 4. Then when the assault across the what they call the graveyard, it's the graveyard that's left over from the Clone Wars battle. When that begins, Cribben will be down inside of Foundry 4.
Perfect.
Kara is on her way towards the planetarium.
Okay.
Planetarium.
Andon is going to try to get his astromech to fix up the ship a little bit, and then he's going to make his way down in atmosphere, and then depending on the Imperial situation, if the Imperial fighters can't make it, he's going to try to strafe the landing craft. Otherwise, he's probably going to fall back a little bit toward where the Foundry 4 defenses are.
Yeah,
but he's still shipbound at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. The TIE fighters are not even going to attempt to enter the atmosphere.
Okay, in that case, he's going to try to take some pot shots at the landing craft.
Okay, so we'll do that part of it at the very beginning of the ground battle. But in the meantime, I do want Andon to go ahead and make a difficulty 4 piloting space check. And
Okie dokie.
And we're gonna upgrade that twice. This is a really, really difficult atmosphere to navigate, as we know
Alrighty.
from earlier.
Do I get the benefit of my shields helping repel some of the craziness?
No.
Okay. In that case, I will... is my reading correct? 5 light points, 4 dark ones?
Yes.
I'm going to use a destiny point. And I do get my Astromech's help. And where's piloting space? Here we go. Are there any setbacks?
No, there's not.
Okay.
This is just really, really difficult. There's no extenuating circumstances. It's just hard to do.
Okay. I will uncommit my sense evasion die so I get both force pips on this bad boy.
Yeah.
Oh, purple and red dice would probably be...
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Yeah.
I mean, we could take that roll.
I mean...
Something that Andon would roll, obviously.
I'll just roll the purples and reds separately.
All right, and we'll do the math.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh dear.
No.
We're okay.
All right.
It's the first despair.
So that
you've
appears to
heard.
be 4 success, 1 advantage, and a despair.
4 success, 1 advantage, and a despair. All right, so Andon has no trouble getting through the atmosphere at all, and things seem to be going pretty well, but there is a small piece of debris that's getting blown around in the upper atmosphere, probably off of one of the Imperials that he's getting ready to strafe, and it bounces off his astromech and disables it.
Ugh!
Like forever?
No, disables.
Oh, I was
For
going to
now,
say, if
yeah.
it dies, then...
No, it's not.
R2-D2 took a dome shot from a TIE fighter and came
Okay.
back.
That's right.
It's not dead, but Andon does not for now have the benefit of the astromech.
Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted him to do, was try to fix the ship. I gotta land, Caro. You gotta fix this in like 38 seconds, and then I gotta take off again.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Can I restore strain with the advantage?
Yes, you can.
Sweet. Thank you.
In fact, yeah.
Do I get the benefit of a discipline or cool check to restore strain after that space battle?
Yes, and everybody actually that has strain right now can make a discipline or cool check alternatively to try to restore strain. It looks like Danzel might, and I think Danzel might be the only other one.
Oh, Matt, I have a question
3.
for you.
Yes.
During the last session, Nanta Ali gave Kara a stim before we did anything. Is that still applied?
Yeah, since nothing happened, what was it? A boost on agility or
Willpower.
willpower? Okay. Yes, you can
Awesome.
you can consider that to still be applying for now, at least.
Awesome. Thank you, Matt.
All right. So we've still got to figure out where some other people are situated right now.
Where's skills?
I think I've got Cribben, Andon, and Kira so far.
So as they're heading down to the atmosphere, Danzel, I think, would ask IG, do you want to stay in the ship and take pot shots, or do you want to get down on the ground?
Fly through the center of them, we'll go out and then head for base before they get there so we can set up.
Okay. So then Danzel and the Wayward Spirit, along with IG and Andon, well, you've got IG on board, and then Andon are all preparing to do a strafing run, an early strafing run during the landing. And that gets us down to Nada, who I think is still in the Foundry Four.
Yes, Nada's going to be with the troops, getting ready to do some combat medic stuff.
Okay. So how much does Nada know right now about why Kira left?
Oh, she flat out told her she's not 100% comfortable, but depending on how the battle looks, depends on what she might do when things really start heating up.
Okay. All right, so let's now roll. Let's roll cool for initiative, and I'm going to get just a few random. I'm going to get a few random Imperials into this as well.
Jeez, Andon.
I mean, this is the Andon Tolan show. Him in an X-wing.
All right, Cribbin, you can do it.
Okay, don't.
Go to combat underneath the stats.
Hold on. Ignore my roll. That did not work right.
Which one did you roll, Brad?
The 2-2.
2-2. Okay.
Oh, Christ!
Perfect.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
The hag cackle in the background just makes it.
All right.
Okay, I'm better. That was really good, Cribbin.
What's up? Did I do it wrong?
Yes. you should clear your dice pool. You've got some.
Oh my god, I'm like
Why?
legit
What's wrong with it?
You're omniscient right now. You're one with the Force.
Oh my gosh.
I think you've still got some upgrades there.
I'm cool with that. I don't think it matters with how Matt's rolling. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
As
Yeah,
they're
I
flying
did
down
it.
in,
There we go, Cribbin.
as they're
Actually-
flying down into atmosphere, Danzel's drink falls out of the cup holder, and so he's scrambling around trying to catch it.
Listen,
Kara's
we got
got
paid
that
that much
face.
for a coffee.
IG, where does Andy keep the napkins up here?
Andon has a sense in the force.
He doesn't. It's just like there's Cheeto dust all over the controls.
Yes.
That's not right.
Does Andon have a thing of fuzzy dice hanging from his
No,
space
he would
stash?
never. He would never block his line of sight.
Yeah. And it's not Cheeto dust; it's sriracha sauce.
All right.
This
so
is true.
I got way too many PCs. I think I've been rolling some of these NPCs.
No, it's
PCs.
Cribbin.
We'll take the floating fortress and the AT-AT on our side.
I'll bet you would. Okay. Let's try
So
this
Cribbin
again.
rolled a few extra.
Yeah. I don't know what you mean.
So the 1-7 needs to go away.
The 1-7 goes.
Yes.
The 4-3.
The 4-3.
But we do have.
And the 3-4.
Oh my god.
No, and the 4-3 goes away, and the 3-4 stays.
The 3-4.
Oh, okay.
All
Okay,
right.
sorry.
Well, that was whatever.
All right. So let me try this again. Not great.
Man, these guys suck. We're just gonna kill everyone before they can do anything.
Go, Mandos.
Kill on the ships. The
All right,
rest
I
we
know
have
how I'm going to do
later.
this.
Taylor just sent me the Battle of Hoth music.
It's big mood.
Big mood, Battle of Hoth.
And just for fun, we'll do one this way. All right. How many? Okay, so I'm going to count PCs now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one am I missing? Which one did I delete accidentally?
2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know.
One of the 0-1s is me.
Okay.
Yeah, the 2.3.
Andon's 2.3. Oh, I did cool. I didn't do initiative. That's my fault.
Okay, so you want me to just... Okay, go ahead and roll. You want to re-roll, or you want me to put you in at 2
I
and
mean,
3?
I don't, but I can.
All right, I'll put you in at 2 and 3. Hang on. Did it work? Okay, so now we're going to try to sort them.
There it is.
All right, we got it.
And it's gone.
Oh, sorry. It's still there. I keep forgetting if I take it off the screen, it goes off everybody's screen.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
hate
oh
that.
shit.
So do you see when I move it around, does it move around on your...
No.
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 It just stays in one place. Okay.
Yeah, we have control over it on our own screens.
But
Just
I control whether you see it or not.
Yes.
Hmm. Okay.
He controls the spice.
All right. So here we go. I'm going to put out... There's still crafts that are landing and trying to
This is
position
an
themselves.
awesome battlefield.
And yeah, I did my best.
It's
I love
beautiful, Matt.
Thank you. So we've got Foundry 4 down here at the lower right-hand corner. And in the upper left-hand corner, we've got a floating fortress. And then this AT&T, what am I saying? I'm paying my phone bill. The AT. Actually, there's 2 or 3 of them, but you just see one of them up there. And then there's lots and lots of stormtroopers. I mean, dozens upon dozens upon dozens that are represented by a couple of tokens on each side. There are still craft that are landing so that when you have a PC slot, you can try to strafe some of them to slow them down a little bit. And so I guess we're ready with the first PC slot. For people that are watching and aren't familiar with it, we do for mass combat, we do what I call loose combat turns. Which means you get a little more flexibility than an ordinary combat turn, and it's kind of assumed that there's lots of other things that happen between each of your turns, probably in a battle, but this is the equivalent of the attention of the camera kind of focusing on each individual character as they work through it. And we just do that using the combat structure. So, we are set now for the first PC turn.
Andon can try to torp that AT-AT if you'd like. If you guys don't mind me going first.
I don't mind at all.
I turned John Williams down just a hair.
not a lot.
We're playing the
Can I
Battle of
do a-
Hoth music.
Yes, because really,
Yeah.
it doesn't get any better than that for repelling and delaying an invasion.
Yep.
Can I do a called shot and try to launch torpedoes right into its legs?
Yes. It would be the equivalent of an aim, right?
Yeah, you get 2 setbacks instead of 1 boost.
Right.
And then if you aim again, you can spend 2 strain and
You get to
reduce
a
it to 1 setback.
Right. Yes, you can do that.
Okay, I'm going to do that, and I am going to aim twice. It was all that strain I got. With the Triumph I had from Initiative, can I use that Restore 3 strain option? Actually, I can just use it for the free maneuver. Either way, it's the same thing, so...
Okay.
Never mind. I'll just use the free maneuver instead. So I'll aim twice. That's Silhouette 4, I believe?
Yeah, let's see here. I've got it. It is Silhouette 4.
All right. Let's see. Ooh.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we're doing this. I'm going to showboat.
Oh no.
YOLO.
So far, the dice are on my side, so we're going to showboat.
Why did you
Oh,
say
fingers
that?
crossed. Yes!
Okay.
Yes, Queen Flag.
So, hang on, I'm sorry. I have to look up torpedo stats because I'm a...
They're not in your book? In your cards?
No, I don't have cards for ships. I need cards for
Oh.
ships. Let me just look it up in a PDF. That'll be faster. I never added weapons to my X-Wing on my character sheet, so I apologize.
Hold on. It is
Age of Rebellion, vehicle profiles, starship profiles.
damage 8, crit 2.
Oh, wow. Well, Taylor, you can crit like 12 million times.
I'm gonna. If I activate Blast with that, can I really ruin some smaller vehicles and personnel's day?
Yeah, or like there's a lot of stormtroopers running along beside it as well.
Yeah.
So
I will activate Blast. The torpedoes themselves are Breach 6.
Yeah.
And Linked. So I will activate Linked as well.
Yeah.
Then how many advantage do I have here? 6. Perfect. So I'll activate Linked, Blast, and a critical. And then with the Triumph, can I...
I don't see a Triumph on this check.
I used Showboat.
Oh, okay.
Can I...
Trigger secondary explosions on that Republic ship? Like
Yeah, or can I
solid
knock
fuel
the
cells or
AT-AT
something?
into another AT-AT? Like sideways as it falls over on something else? Maybe not another
Okay.
walker, but something. Yeah.
Okay.
A bunch of Stormies.
Well, yeah, if my proton torpedo doesn't Raiders of the Lost Ark all the Stormies anyway.
All right.
So yeah, that will be 16 damage, and I was aiming at the legs, so I don't know if you want to treat it as, instead of rolling the crit, do the, like, movement disabled or something like that.
Yeah. So it's so this AT just kind of has a leg taken out from under it and kind of wobbles around for a second, falls over to the side, and actually bumps into the leg of another one, which breaks a little bit and stumbles before it kind of restores itself, and now it's just moving slower. It's just got a problem continuing to move forward.
Perfect.
As stormtroopers are just scattered everywhere into the sand and onto the dirt as a part of the explosion. And yeah. And that will get us to that. So I assume you're heading back toward Foundry 4 now, or trying to regroup, or what are you going to do?
Yeah, I think he might do a strafing run and then I think he's just going to head past the walkers off to the side and try to determine if he needs to come around on another run or go rescue Kara or what's going on.
Okay. So how many of your torpedoes have you used now?
All of them.
The space battle. Okay. And all right. So what's happening now in this kind of the staging area that you're flying through is they're starting to set up some ground-to-air defenses. They're not really as strong as they will be. Eventually, they're not going to be something you're going to want to mess with. But right now, they are going to be able to get off a shot at you.
Okay.
And so what kind of shields have you got right now on your rear?
Double, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you did double rear because you were flying down in the atmosphere shit chasing us.
Okay.
But I do not have any upgrades or evasive maneuvers at the moment.
You don't have that thing where...
I disabled the force die to get it back for my discipline check.
Oh, wow.
Then it would have taken an action to recommit.
All right.
Please don't die here.
I'm only mostly dead.
I didn't get my purples in there.
Oh.
Let's see here.
No, snooze you lose. No purples now. That's it.
Oh! Woo!
All right. So the fire from the emplacement misses Andon's X-wing as he kind of flies past them. But they are able to get some. They are managing to move along pretty quickly now and getting the rest of those emplacements set up. So it's very unlikely you're going to be able to get this close to the staging area again. Now, obviously, things are going to be emerging out of the staging area, so those will be a little bit more vulnerable because these are fixed defense points that they're trying to set up in the staging area. And with that, we are to another PC's turn.
Question for you here, Matt.
Sure.
A knowledge check. Would that be a full action, or would that be a maneuver?
What kind of knowledge check do you want to do?
So I've got a ability. Where'd it go? The one where I can make a knowledge check, and then on a success, I can give a triumph to somebody else.
Yeah, I would consider that a maneuver.
Okay. In that case, I would like to do that.
Okay.
And it's 2 purple.
What's with the purples not rolling tonight?
Well, I rolled mine manually, and so that's why it didn't go in mine. But I don't know what happened there.
No, that didn't
Yeah.
work.
So here, let me show you what to type. Yeah. Hang on.
I'll just manually do it here. Boom.
Okay. So that cancels out 2 of your advantage, but none of your success. So yes, you're absolutely successful.
Awesome. So I kind of call over the comms. IG, on the floating fortress there, the repulsors on the bottom are actually pretty exposed. If you can take those out, it'll cause some emotional issues.
Got it. So you're gonna be like real cool and fly under it, and I'll strafe as we go.
Oh yeah, upside down and everything.
All right.
All
right.
right.
Those action figures are on the ceiling now.
All of Kara's figures. It's terrible.
So anything else on Danzel's turn?
Oh, I guess since I've still got my...
You got an action, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and fire at it myself.
Okay.
What's the difficulty on that going to be?
So let's look at the spirit. It's going to be 2 purple. Does the spirit have 2 sets of guns on it?
Does.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, absolutely.
And I think it has the computer upgrade thing.
Right.
I'm
The assisted aiming.
Words are hard. Let me look.
I forget what it's called, but basically gives me a free aim, true aim.
You get to upgrade your gunnery check once, and you can use true aim as a maneuver. It's not free. You have to spend the maneuver.
Okay. In that case, I'll take strain for that extra maneuver. So true aim is going to be...
Another upgrade and an additional boost. So you'll have a boost, 2 upgrades, and your check.
And that strain is on me, not the vehicle?
That is correct.
Okay. Pew pew.
All right, that's a hit on the fortress, and that's going to do... Let's see here, 6.
I'll spend... I can... Linked is just 2 advantages, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, so I'll activate linked and then just restore strain.
All right, so that's 7 times 2 is... That does 8 points of damage to it.
All right, and that's it.
All right. Who wants to go next?
Oh, sorry.
If nobody has anything pressing, I'll take my shot as we.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right. Stats and odds now. All right. What's the difficulty on the shot, Matt?
Difficulty is 2 purple is going to be your base difficulty.
Okay. Right now, I'm going to adjust that and. All right.
Plus the triumph.
Oh.
So you'll crit it. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points plus a crit. So that'll translate into 8 points more damage.
Oh, and I didn't use the targeting computer, but that's okay. We'll just go with what we have here.
And that should have the quad should have accurate 1 and link 3 on there also.
Yes.
So accurate is what, a boost?
Accurate's
Accurate's a
boost.
boost. Yeah, if you want to add a boost to that, you can.
All right, and what all do I get from the targeting computer again?
You get to upgrade the check and an extra rank of true aim.
Okay, how about if I roll a yellow and we'll just replace that green?
Okay,
Is that good, Matt?
I'm good with that.
So a yellow boost.
Yeah. All right, so
So that's 2 more
more
points of
success.
damage. Yeah.
There.
Yeah, so you've managed to tear that floating fortress up quite a bit. And I'm going to get the crit in on it.
Just so you know, Taylor's sending me videos of Scarif.
X-Wing
X-Wing
blowing up the
battle.
walker. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so that slows it down. So
What does this floating fortress look like?
I'll show you a picture. It's in
So
one of
it's-
my books.
it's just this giant grav. It's this just kind of this giant
It's a
structure
big-
that's on grav lifts that has all of these weapons that fire from all different sides.
Okay.
Oh,
That looks
yeah, there it is.
so silly.
It's a brick.
Maybe I don't have a picture of it, but yeah, it's a brick with a turret on top.
Yeah.
That looks very silly.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So we've got another PC slot now.
That could be me. I assume I'm with the troops. I can do some inspiring speech, baby.
All right. And the other thing I want to remind you of, since you're back in the fortress, is here's kind of a list of assets that you've got that you can deploy at least once, if not twice, in the battle.
So we have inspired and roided Mandos.
Yes.
Roided. It's important that it's roided.
That was last week.
Oh, and crashes somewhere on the surface.
Yeah, I was going to ask, well, we'll have to see if they have walkers that are anti-air, and then I'll call crash in.
And then anti-vehicle weapons.
Right.
Yeah, and we've got the little. Oh, the flat cannons aren't deployed yet.
Let's throw the Mandos at him.
Well, hold on. Aren't we going to use some of these other things first?
Don't throw the Mandos until after the air assets are done bombing everything to death.
Yeah.
Meat grinder. Cool. 3 additional anti-vehicle weapons. Let's get those out there.
Okay.
What kind of check do you want me to make to coordinate that?
So yeah, you don't have to make a check to coordinate that. Well, I guess I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll make a leadership check that is hard, and then that'll help us. That'll determine how quickly and effectively they get deployed.
Gotcha.
Hard being 3 purple.
Yep.
Right, that's fine.
Here we go.
Ooh, wow. Okay. So you get these out very, very quickly, and you've got a triumph to spend on that. You're kind of out of breath running around telling everybody what to do here, so you've lost 4 strain. But
Oh, sweet.
you're wildly successful with it, and you can pick something to do with that triumph if you like.
Okay. Can one of them be loaded with some kind of explosive ammunition that we didn't realize it had?
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. Do that.
Yes.
Plus, we
Okay.
scraped together a little surprise here.
Okay. So we'll keep that in mind for when we get to the. We'll keep that in mind for when we get to the mass combat check.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah. All right.
So the AV weapons have explosive ammo now.
Woo!
Or at least one.
Yes, they do.
AFK 1 second.
Okay. All right, so back in the graveyard, the Imperials, there's just more walkers start to emerge, and there's other floating fortresses along with the one that you already see there, and they just start advancing forward. With these, on one side, you've got a series of AT walkers with a lot of troops around it. On the other side, you've got a series of floating fortresses, and they're just inevitably making their march toward the Foundry Four. Although they've stumbled a little bit along the way, like one of the fortresses can't move as fast. One of the ATs can't move as fast. So you've had some success, but that's what they're doing now, is they're advancing. There's nothing on the board for them to be targeting right now. And that gets us now to another PC's turn.
I'm back. I don't know if perhaps Kara has made it to the observatory, or if Nada Ali would like to go and do something first.
Well, I was going to see if we can get those cannons deployed for the oncoming siege here.
Yeah, you do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, leadership?
So you're going to try to get some people to put out the cannons. Where are the cannons? Oh, the flat cannons. Okay. Yeah, so you can go ahead and make a leadership or mechanics check if you want to try to use your mechanics ability to kind of instruct and help them to figure out the best way to get it up there. You could do that as well. Whichever
I think
you think
leadership's
is
going to be my better role
Okay.
here.
All right. So go ahead.
What's the DC?
Yeah, go ahead and make a hard 3 purple difficulty check.
Nice.
Boom. Okay, so same thing is true of the anti-vehicle weapons. They're both, the flat cannons. You get them both positioned and ready to go.
Okay, and I think that's my action, getting everyone ready.
Right.
All right. Well, I think that's all I can do.
Okay, so that gets us to Kira, who has just arrived at the observatory. She's climbed down into the spire. She's run across the bridge where she had the vision earlier of a Jedi fighting someone.
Yes.
She's gone into this entryway, and as you get to the and as you kind of step into this cave that leads. This is in Spire 32. As you step into this kind of cave-like area that leads into the ruins where the observatory projector was found.
Okay. Over here.
Right there.
All right.
Yeah.
Now there's 2 of us. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Sorry, Andon's not there.
Is Professor Dare there
No,
still? I
he's
thought I
not.
told him to get. Okay.
Yeah, he's
I'd
not.
be mad if he was still here.
So, you notice that it's completely dark. It's like pitch black inside of the observatory.
I'm going to.
And you step past, by the way, the bodies, dismembered bodies of the 2 people that you'd sent over to try to get Professor Dare out, and I don't remember exactly what you had them doing, but you step over them on the way through.
Okay. I'm going to, let's see here. Can I use, what's my sense at here? Oh my gosh. Which sense do I have? I move for C. Sense. So I can sense living creatures around me.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if I could perhaps do that.
Yes, you can do a sense check.
Okay. Let's see what happens here.
Try to get mine pulled up while you're making your roll.
All right, I'm not using those.
You can even have 2 more because you're so close to a dark side point.
Nope. Not using them. Kara's staying chill for right now.
Right now?
So Kira has kind of stepped up and she's looking in there. She doesn't really see anything or hear anything. She can't really sense anything because the dark side is just so overwhelming right now.
So she's going to ignite her lightsaber.
Okay.
And can I also commit 1 die to where is it at? Once per round, when an attack targets the Force user, he upgrades the difficulty of the pool once.
Okay. Yes.
I'm going to commit 1 of those.
Okay.
Of my 3.
Okay. And with that, we are going to go to our first mass combat check. So, Eric, do you want to handle that pool again for us?
Oh, I'd be happy to, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, based on what you've got deployed out on the battlefield right now, I'm going to give the Alliance forces a strength of 3 and the Imperial forces a strength of 5. So, we're starting with a base of 3 green and 5 purple.
Got it.
All right. So the next thing we're going to do is you're going to be able to add your leadership to upgrade the green dice. And because you destroyed the command shuttle at the end of the last session, they're having to use a different field commander from the one they were planning on using. So you will only upgrade the Imperial forces twice.
Does that assessment take into account the X-Wings?
No, I guess not. Well, yeah, I think so because you've really got a little bit of anti-vehicle in the X-Wings out there right now.
Okay, because I was just going to leave Crash and his crew to be mass combat stuff.
Okay.
I wasn't going to try to micromanage them.
Okay.
And then do we get a boost based on the very motivated people?
Yeah. So now we're getting around to some of the bonuses on the check. So we'll start with, you've got the anti-vehicle weapons. There's a boost. You've got the explosive ammunition. There's a second boost. You've got the flat cannons. There's a third boost. You've got inspired pilots that are fighting. There's a fourth boost.
It's a lot of boosts.
I've got my supporting evidence thing where when I'm assisting an ally with a charm, deception, leadership, or negotiation check, I can add 1 automatic success.
This is actually a cool check for me and not a leadership one.
Oh, well, fine then.
That's a good question. If you get to use cool instead of leadership, does supporting evidence still help?
I'm picturing Danzel as probably feeding information from his little bird's eye view here.
Yeah, so here's the way I look at that. You're still doing basically the same thing on the check in terms of giving people information. It's just that you're going about it in a different way than maybe what a traditional military leader would. Right, which seems to be Eric's style anyway. So I think he can get that extra success.
Sweet.
On the check.
Sweet deal. Okay, so I'm looking at 4 blues, 3 yellows, 3 purples, and 2 reds.
Okay.
You want me to go ahead and make that? We done?
Yes, go right ahead.
Look at that.
Boom shakalaka.
Naked success.
Hot.
Yeah, so in the midst of all of this, it's just still taking them forever to advance because the X-wings just keep holding them off. The cannons keep kind of intimidating them and causing them to draw back and question what's going on. And so that's a total of 6 success. Things go very, very well for you at the beginning. They're still moving much slower than you typically expect a normal Imperial forces to advance at this stage. And now we're ready to go to the top of the next turn with a PC slot.
Could I attempt to tap into their communications and feed that to Cribben over in the command center?
Yes.
Okay. What do you want me to roll there?
So let's do a computers check.
Okay.
And we're going to make it daunting, which is 4. Because these are going to be highly secured channels that you're trying to get into. And then I'm going to add a dark side point to upgrade that. So you'll be 1 red and 3 purple.
Okay. Okay, when I've got a talent that decreases difficulty, that's going to be a downgrade, right?
No, it actually reduces it from daunting to hard if it decreases the difficulty itself. So
Okay,
that would
awesome.
get you into a 2 purple and 1 red.
Awesome. Okay, I think that should be it. You know what? I'm gonna do my Master Slicer incidental here, suffer 2 strain and decrease the difficulty 1 more time.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Let's see. Any ideas for that triumph, guys?
I mean, can we just use it to like upgrade the mass combat or something because we know their plans?
I mean, I think having the access in the first place would be doing that. Maybe we learn a fairly critical piece of information here, like the immediate maneuver they're going to be attempting here in a moment, that would, just for this specific turn, upgrade it further.
Okay. All right. So you hear them shouting at some of the stormtroopers that are on the surface of the planet, because this one floating fortress that you've already hit, it's kind of falling behind a little bit, but the stormtroopers are continuing to advance with the rest of them, and they're saying its anti-air's out, it's vulnerable, don't get back to it, get back to it.
Cool.
That sounds like a nice place to drop a bunch of bombs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I guess, let's see, something that computer's check would have been my my action there. So it's for a maneuver here. Can I fly the spirit by on another pass on that and let IG have a shot?
On the floating fortress?
On his turn, I mean, yeah.
Yes.
Just gonna fly by on it. Okay, that'll be.
Yes, make it more imperative that they fall back there.
Can we stick with the Mandalorians on the exposed troopers?
If we're bombing it to hell, let's just wait.
Well, yeah.
I think they're still a little too far away. They have to cross that little area.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. So yes, it's okay to fly to use a maneuver to move around by the floating fortress.
Cool. All right, I guess that'll be the end of my turn there.
All right, still slicing and flying there. Nice. All right, so now we get to an NPC's turn. And we're going to go back to Spire 32 for a moment. Where Kira is has kind of slowly been advancing, I'm assuming, into it. Is that right? All right, so when Kira gets close to the entrance, you can't see anything. It's completely dark in there.
Okay. She has her lightsaber out and ignited. Does that...
Yeah, okay, so you can see a little bit in front of you because of it, but you can't see anyone just yet. But you do hear a voice in the darkness. It sounds like a relatively young person, probably humanoid. And the voice says, I'm trying to decide how to do this. It says, we had thought this whole concept of a planetarium being present on Spire 32 was a myth, something that was perpetrated by Count Dooku. But thanks to you, we're finally aware that it's here. But please allow us to offer our thanks in a more personal way. And you see over in this part of the chamber a lightsaber ignite.
Oh boy.
It's a red glowing lightsaber.
Yep, so I figured.
Dibs.
No.
And so just a little more monologuing, he says, you shouldn't have come back down here, Kira Tolan.
Well, that's what... She can't even think of anything. Like, I would hope that she would have, like, say something, well, that's what rebels do, ignites lightsaber. But she's really just like, I'm gonna need you to leave.
Hang on, there's a spider web on my face.
Yeah, she, like, runs into a friggin' spider web because this is Kara. She's just going to hold her lightsaber out and just, like, prepare herself.
Okay.
She's not gonna say anything.
Okay.
But don't give him the satisfaction.
That person kept saying we. Is there more than one person in here?
You see only one person right now. But you're
correct. Can I wave?
He did say we.
Okay. Could Kara say we? Question mark.
And you hear another voice that comes out of the total darkness in another corner of the room that says yes.
Sake.
This is a female voice, also sounds very young. It says yes.
I liked how the yes sounded dark, like yes. Oh boy.
All right.
Okay.
Lady, okay.
With that, we move to another PC turn.
Well, I guess Kara can go since she's here. Right?
Yes, she can.
All right. Let's see here. How cemented is this thing in the ground?
It's pretty heavy. I would treat it probably like a Silhouette 3 object.
Oh, I shouldn't have committed that force die. Oh, don't give me those sad faces, Taylor. Let's see here. So, I could possibly... Because part of me wants to just use move and then push that thing on somebody.
Don't destroy the artifact.
Just set it on top of someone.
Yeah, let's do that. All right,
Rip a piece of ceiling down. I don't know.
Kara's just going to use draw closer on this dude, but she's going to kind of stay in this doorway.
Okay.
Where they can't get behind her.
Okay.
And I can't remember, because apparently I don't know how to play my game. Does draw closer use force die too? Yeah, it does.
Yes. You roll your force die with the check.
Yep. All right. Discipline, my lightsaber, and I'm going to use a destiny point.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Upgrade. I'm going to use. Also, I'm going to use. I'm just going to do that. That means my lightsaber. What's the difficulty, Matt? I'm sorry.
So it's going to be a difficulty 2.
Okay. No
Oh,
adversary
I'm sorry.
or anything.
Yeah, you're right. There is adversary. So it's actually, that's going to change it quite a bit. It's going to be 2 red and 1 purple.
Okay, and I got my upgrade. Nice. All right, so I'm going to use that. I'm not going to use that dark side, but I'm going to use the light side as bonus success, and I'm going to crit.
Okay.
Do you need to use the light side to pull him to you?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
How many points do you have to spend to pull?
Let me double check real quick.
I think it's
here,
1
sorry.
per range band.
Let me double check. Yeah, spend pips to move the target 1 range band closer or to add success to the check.
So this is going to be 2 range bands.
All right, he's at long?
Medium.
Medium? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so then I'm going to use that advantage to crit as well, though.
All right. So you see him coming towards you. He looks like he's seen this before and he's prepared for it. So he kind of gets his lightsaber in, but you can see it as he's coming, as you're pulling him towards you. He's getting his lightsaber ready so that he can strike back with you as soon as he can, against you as soon as he can. But
right.
You hit him as he arrives, and you do 10 points of damage to him.
Breach 1 and Vicious 2 as well.
Right. So the Vicious 2 is going to matter on the crit.
Yes.
So let's see what we get on the crit.
Oh,
Lose
wait.
an arm.
That didn't take my upgrade. That didn't take my one,
Whoops, I'd rolled that wrong. I'm going to re-roll.
So, hey, Matt, that didn't
Yes.
get my upgrade for the destiny point. So can I just get that destiny point back?
Yeah.
Since it didn't really come. Okay.
Let me fix that real quick.
Yeah, sorry. I just realized it didn't go.
So we're going to be 5 and 4 now.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm going to do a 20 for my offset, and we'll see what happens.
Nice.
All right. He cannot perform an action next turn.
Haha, you piece of crap.
So it kind of bounces off of the side of his robe, your attack does, and it knocks him back against the wall of the chamber.
All right.
And with that, we're ready for another PC turn.
I believe in you, IG.
All right.
Shoot him to hell.
Yes, so we are making another pass on floating fortress, correct?
Yes.
Right.
All right. All right, just extra true aim on this one.
Okay.
And be sure I get a really good hit on him, I hope.
Yep. 2 difficulty still.
And I get an upgrade from the targeting computer too, correct?
I don't know what the targeting computer does myself, but
You get an upgrade from the targeting computer and 1 extra rank, a true aim.
Oh. That feels like just a bit too much, but I'm... Alright, here we go.
Jeez.
6,
Wow.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Oh, that is
16. You can't
Link.
activate linked. Well,
No.
I guess you could use that triumph to activate a linked if you wanted, but
Yeah.
I don't see why you couldn't. But anyway, that's 16, right? So did I
Right.
remember that right? Okay, so and yeah. Yeah, so you put this huge hole in the side of it, and it's slowing down even more, but it's still capable of moving and fighting, although not firing back at you because its anti-air capacity has been taken out, as you learned a few minutes ago. Picked it out as
Right.
vulnerable. So, anything else for IG?
What are you using the front for then?
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
got the triumph. I'm sorry.
Go ahead and crit with that.
Okay.
This will be the second crit on this one, correct?
Yes, it will.
All right.
All right, so we're just going to treat this as slowing it down even more. It's like kind of losing control. It's not really an air vehicle, so tailspin doesn't really apply exactly, but it is kind of like veering off to the left and having trouble getting itself straightened back up again. And you can see people inside of it and people crawling up onto the deck of it, just shouting at each other, trying to get it back under control. So it's virtually going in circles right now.
Cadet, are there separate anti-air batteries or just air on
The guns that are pointed upward.
I mean, were there like little anti-air walkers and stuff coming along?
Yeah, there's no you can avoid any anti-air threats right now, if that's what you're asking, but that might not be what you're asking.
Like, are there specific like ATAAs or anything like that advancing with the forces, or is it primarily ground vehicles?
Oh, it's all ground vehicles. There's a couple more fortresses that are up here with the stormtroopers. This is one that's lagged behind, but there's nothing that there's no air. There's no air units at all right now.
Okay.
For
so
the Imperials.
we're kind of splitting this guy off from the herd, and he's got no air cover or anything.
Right, exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
So we can make another pass if we have time?
Yes, you can.
All right. All right, well, that's it for me.
All right. Who's next?
Andon can go last. I mean, he's just gonna haul around and full throttle his X-wing toward where Kara is. So, I mean, there's nothing he needs to use a turn for if somebody else wants to go first.
I mean, Nata can go first. Like, with the information that they're getting fed from the sliced comms, maybe I can try rolling warfare intelligence and kind of maybe direct our Mandos when it comes time.
Sure, yeah. So you're listening in on these sliced comms that Danzel's sent in and trying to pick up on just vulnerabilities that maybe the Mandos can take advantage of. So you've like got a couple of Mando leaders with you, and you're listening in on the comms, all kind of just crowded around a table maybe, with a portable transmitter. And yes, go ahead and make a hard. That's 3 purple. Make a hard knowledge warfare check.
Okay, can I use a light side? Because I really want to get good intel on this.
Yes, you can.
So I upgrade my check once.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, it's something.
All right. So
Good job.
So you and the Mandos start talking this through, and you figure out that you learn a little bit about kind of the nature of these particular troopers, and start talking about it. And as you kind of describe your understanding of who these troopers are and how they fight and how they're trained to fight, they say, "Yeah, we've run into that before. We know just how to handle it."
Excellent. I leave it in their capable hands.
All right. So now we are back to the NPC's turn. And the troops are continuing to advance toward Foundry 4. You fight off one group, and then just another one starts moving towards you, and they're focusing their fire on these cannons, the flat cannons that have been deployed, and they manage between the floating fortresses they've got and the AT-ATs to just convert those flat cannons into dust, and so they're no longer going to be available to you in a mass combat check. That'll use up a couple of their turns. And then for the last one, we are going to have another Inquisitor jump out at Kira out of the darkness.
Oh my gosh. Another one?
All right.
There's more than two?
No, there's the other one that you heard a minute ago.
Oh, okay.
You don't know how many total there are right now.
Oh my gosh.
But it's the female, and she is going to make a lightsaber attack. But this is not a lightsaber attack to damage. It's a lightsaber attack to try and drive you backwards. And back into the cave. So we're going to treat the success a little bit different than we might normally do it. Or do you have any
don't forget
upgrades on this?
I have I have defense.
Okay.
2. I also have a force die committed, so that it's going to upgrade the check once.
Okay. All right.
Are you for real?
Oh.
Ouch.
So,
Is that vicious or anything?
He pushes you back. No, but he pushes you back way down into the cave in this direction. She pushes you back that way. So just this flurry of blows as you keep going back and back and back. You keep getting driven further and further back toward that antechamber that you came in through a few minutes ago. And with the triumph, she actually does manage to land a crit on you.
All right, critical injuries. No offset or anything like that?
No offsets.
Okay, that's not that bad.
That's about as
mild as it can get.
Yeah.
Second one strain is like the only one above that.
Right.
Kind of fits with what happened too.
Yeah. Like the entire round is just her getting pushed back by this one Inquisitor. Okay.
Right. All right. We are down to another PC turn again.
Which I think is Cribben.
Go for it.
Yeah. I suppose the thing for me to do is make more inspiring, confidence-filled troop speeches.
Don't forget, we still got those very expendable droids.
Yes, Kara made those for a reason.
Yeah, can I just deploy those with the same leadership check to see how that goes?
Yes.
Yeah, because now they're getting close enough.
Let's go ahead and make that another hard check, and I'm going to spend a dark side on it, so that'll be 1 red, 2 purple.
Thanks.
While he does this roll, side note, Matt, have we heard anything from space?
Specifically from who?
Just like what Scavi and the Liberator, like what their situation is. Did they just kind of bug out here, or are they still kind of slugging it out up there in the?
No, they're
debris
not.
field?
They're not slugging it out now. The Imperial Task Force, they've kind of retreated off into a distance where they're not within range of the Star Destroyers, and the Imperial Task Force is completely focused right now on getting as many troops as it can deployed on the planet so they can just overwhelm Foundry 4.
Okay.
So they're not. Neither of those are in jeopardy right now.
But they've retreated away from the planet.
Yes, they've retreated to a distance where like the Imperial forces have to position themselves over the planet so they can just
Right.
deploy all of these shuttles and transports and things and protect them. And the TIE fighters that they've deployed are all in this defensive position around it. And so what they found is as long as they keep their distance and don't try to advance toward it, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to threaten them. It feels like it's got time to deal with them later if they stay around.
Okay.
All right, so did we roll the check?
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, so Kribben gets the droids deployed up onto the surface to make their attack run. And with that, he's going to get some extra. We'll get an extra boost in connection with that due to his success.
Oh yeah.
It's like fly, my pretties, fly. Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
Never mind.
soften them up.
He would do that
Okay.
too.
Yeah. Okay. Last PC now.
That's Andon. He's just as far as he can get toward Kara.
Okay.
He said his piece to his squadron. He's going to leave them under Crash's command and the mass combat shenanigans, and he's just blasting his X-wing off toward Spire 32.
Okay. So as Andon arrives, you get there kind of just in time to see that there's something going on the other side of the bridge. Andon's about right here on this part of the bridge. Make sure I've got you on that page. Yeah.
Yep.
And you can see there's something going on in this other room, but you don't know exactly what it is. You hear the sound of lightsabers, though.
All right, Andon's going to draw his lightsaber and his pistol and just run on in.
Okay. So a double maneuver can get you about right there.
Yeah, let's if I get like here, can I see far enough in to see what's going on yet or no?
Yeah, from there you can see that you can see Kira is kind of standing there. She's got 1 foot forward, 1 foot behind her, and she's got her lightsaber up in a cross position, and you can see a red blade just kind of pressing down against her as she's struggling against it.
Give me 1 second to go through my skills real quick.
By the way, we're engaged, so
I know.
Auto fire.
Please don't shoot me.
yeah, shoot me. Let's do it. Let's just go crazy with
They
it.
never expect you to shoot someone through your friend.
That is true.
That's
Kira will die to kill Inquisitors because they are that bad. Well, maybe she wouldn't want to die, but she'd do it if it meant it.
Andon's just gonna. Oh no, he already. He's just gonna recommit his force die, which I think is an action when it's in structured time. So, and then he will.
Could he have reasonably done that as he was running down?
He would have. That's up to Matt.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, what range would they be at from me?
Yeah, we'll call it medium. I think you could have maneuvered to within medium range. You'd probably have to be a little closer than that, but
Okay.
yes.
Annan's going to fire a pot shot at the Inquisitor.
Okay.
Actually, no, he's not.
No, do it. Do it. It'd be hilarious.
No, it's okay.
Crit Kira, smoker right here, right now.
Because then it would be like 3 red and a purple, and
it's 3. Yeah, just 3 red. I don't have anything that lets me reroll range checks, so I'm not gonna. Actually, no, I am gonna.
Because that's what Ann did.
Because I'm not gonna crit you because reasons, and you have so much soak.
That is true.
He's not worried about accidentally shooting Kara. All right, yeah. So he's just gonna. I'm not gonna use the other maneuver yet. I'm just gonna snap a shot off at. So that's gonna be 2 purple and a red, and then the upgrade for being engaged. So 3 red, correct?
Yes.
It's 2 upgrades?
Yeah,
I think it's adversary 3.
It's adversary 3, yeah.
Okay.
And then any defense?
On the Inquisitors?
Yes, I'm going to check that right now.
You know, honestly, even if Andon does kind of wing Kira here.
There is a 1, they do have 1 defense. I'm sorry, yeah.
Is Kira dead yet? I'm back.
No, not yet. I have 7 soak. I should be okay.
And I'm going to use Touch of Fate. Range lights. Here we go. Oh, hang on. My weapon thing has special stuff, so I'll roll using the weapon.
Specialize.
Yeah, it has special eyes. It gets a success.
Use a destiny point.
It gets a success and a setback to the first check per encounter, and it adds an automatic advantage to a successful check. So here we go.
There you go.
So make that 5 success, no advantage or setback.
So 13 damage.
13 damage.
All right. Yeah, so you hit him on the shoulder, and he kind of leaps back, kind of recoils back from the hit. Shocked. I'm sorry, this one's the she. Kind of recoils back from the shot, and steps back a couple of steps from Kira, while keeping her blade up.
This chick.
And we're ready for another mass combat check.
Woo!
All right, so in this one, we're going to continue with a 5-power force for the Imperials versus a 3-powered force for the Alliance. The Imperials are going to be upgraded twice, so the reds are going to be 2 and the purples are going to be 3. And then you upgrade using your cool or your leadership, whichever, you'll upgrade the 3 strength force for the Alliance. And then we've got the benefit of anti-vehicle weapons for 1 boost. We've got the droids making their attack run for a boost. And you've got an extra boost because of the Fly My Pretty's leadership check.
Didn't we lose our anti-vehicle?
You lost the cannons.
Lost the flat.
Yeah, you lost
the
the flat
cannons.
cannons. That's what they focus their fire on. And so that's 3 boost. And the Imperials are starting to develop a critical mass now as they're moving down towards you. So we're going to add a setback to that as well.
3 blue, 3 yellow, 1 black, 3
Right.
purple, 2 red.
Right.
Woo! GG.
So the droids fly over and take out a lot of the troopers. The cannons, the anti-vehicle weapons continue to fire. They move very, very, very slowly, much slower than you're used to seeing Imperials advance still. But their numbers are just becoming overwhelming now. It's just at most we're going to have 1 more round before the first of them reach the edge of Foundry Four.
I like to imagine the droids, like, instead of just charging across the plains, they like pop out of all the holes in the ground and stuff like that, coming out of all the vents.
Yeah, that's nice.
They're everywhere.
All right, so that gets us to a PC turn in the third mass combat turn.
Andon could go again.
I started going through different tabs looking for the Spire 32 screen because I'm not very smart.
You can get onto other screens from...
I can?
I didn't know you could do that. You said
No, I started looking through different tabs in my browser trying to find Spire 32.
Sorry, there it is. There it is.
Andon is going to run forward and then do a what's it called? Ataru swoop, Hawkbat swoop.
Okay.
Where he rolls a force die and he gets to move. He gets to basically leap in if it's successful. And then he can also use other force dice on, I want to say, advantage, but I'm going to go look to make sure.
Now, is Kara still engaged with...
Doesn't matter for melee.
Oh, okay.
All right, and remind me about what Hawkbat swoop does again.
Character makes a Hawkbat swoop action, performing a lightsaber check against a target within short range and adding force dice. Spend a pip to engage the target, and can spend other pips to add advantages to the check.
Okay.
And... I think that's all I really get to do. So there's nothing. He's not going to do anything fancy, lad. He already used Touch of Fate, and he's not going to use a Destiny point yet. So it'll be 2 red and a purple. Correct?
Right.
Yeah.
That's the
average
black.
for an average difficulty check.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Lightsaber. And okay, so I have a question. He's engaged with only a single hostile target. So would the curved hilt that says add an automatic advantage if engaged with a single target, would that apply in this case, or no? Because he's also engaged with Kara.
I imagine it would, since he's only fighting one.
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay.
I was trying to decide, is that advantage because you've got lots of room to maneuver, or because you...
I think it's because it's like you're fencing and only have to...
Yeah.
Yeah. So add an advantage to this then, I suppose.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot the force dice. Give me 1 second. So I will spend a destiny point. And do I also get bonus pips?
Yeah, you can.
I get 2?
You can spend 2 more. You get 2 more dark side if you want them.
Your sister's in danger here.
Yeah, Andon's thing is recklessness, so I will spend 3 pips. So I'll take.
Oh my gosh.
I'll take the strain.
This is terrible. They're gonna notice, and
so that'll be down to 0 threat.
Okay.
And
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Correct.
Yeah. All right.
And 1 crit. You have an automatic
crit?
advantage.
No, I already took that into account.
Oh, okay.
The other thing moved me.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I'm trying to make sure there's nothing I can do to get a... No, there's not. Darn it. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not going to reroll any of those dice, so... Okay.
Right. So, yeah, Andon angrily swoops in with his lightsaber and gets between the 2 of them and just takes a chunk out of this girl's side as she kind of jumps back. Again, she's still kind of stunned by what's going on.
And then you gotta
Andon's
calm
gonna do
down.
that thing where he points his lightsaber and kind of walks slowly sideways. Like the sword fighting equivalent of when you do the come here gesture in martial
So wait,
arts.
is he gonna like circle around to the back here behind her?
No, he's staying on this side.
Okay, because he doesn't know that there's another one in there.
No, he doesn't. He's not getting. He's staying next to Kara.
Okay.
And that's all from him.
Kid Kara let him know there's another one.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, goody.
All right. So this other one you can see now come walking through the door here as the one that was originally talking to Kira, and he says, "Oh, so glad that you could join us too, Andon." He says, "It's ironic, don't you think, that you two should be the ones to rediscover this?"
What? That's not irony. Why in the galaxy is that ironic?
He says, search your feelings. You know the truth about what happened here before.
Sure. Why don't you tell us a little history story while we kill your friend?
Oh, buddy, exposition.
Yes. Oh, do the monologuing stuff. I love it when the bad guys monologue.
He clearly enjoys monologuing.
Yeah,
I know.
He's his favorite. That's his favorite thing to do. But he'll get around to attacking in a minute. He says, you don't know. He says, you mean you don't know? Surely you do by now. This is where your grandfather died decades ago.
Yeah, okay. Sure, decades. Sure. Don't talk to me anymore.
Or her son.
He was
So, yeah.
he was known to have been searching for this planetarium. You found it now, but unfortunately your failure is going to be the same as his. And you're going to meet the same fate.
Sure. Okay.
And then he comes
I'm not listening.
Then he comes running at Andon and takes a swing at him. What kind of defense does Andon have?
Oh, where to begin?
None.
2 upgrades.
Okay.
I'm also going to... Let me see how many ranks of dodge I have. I just scrolled past it. Where'd it go? I'm going to spend 2 strain to make it 4 upgrades. And defense 1, I think.
Okay.
4 despairs.
Yes, defense 1.
Okay.
Roll 4 despairs, Matt.
Please roll
I was gonna
4
say,
despairs.
Still 1 success and a couple triumphs.
So that's 8 damage, and with the crit, he's going to kick Andon back in and onto his back into the chamber.
Oh boy. Okay.
And 8 damage, you said?
Yes, 8.
I'm going to parry some of that.
How are you looking on health, Andon?
Not great.
Do you have any stim packs?
I think so. I would have loaded up.
All right. So, did you parry any of that?
Yeah, I parried 4 of that.
Okay. Sorry,
Sorry.
I kind of tuned out.
No, I just kind of did that and didn't say anything about it.
Right. Okay. So we are now to the next PC slot.
Kara, please murder them.
I'm going to. Is this the last one? Is this the last PC slot?
No, it's far from the
No.
last PC slot.
Second.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like
I was
the
about to
second
say.
one.
You want to save it for last?
Oh no, I have to go last.
Oh, that's right. You do have to go last.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
critical
right.
injury.
But both of them
Screen
went,
cut.
right? So we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Inquisitors won't go again right now.
Dramatic screen wipe as
So-
Kira stares down the two of them as they slowly circle her.
That's it.
So I imagine Cribbin is watching these droids get butchered and is yelling for Nada to send in our new Mandos, right?
Hey, if it looks like they're close enough to the point where it's like, all right, let's not get entirely surrounded. Send out the Mandos.
Well, there's still those stormtroopers that are like out ahead of their vehicle cover too, right?
Yeah, there shouldn't be.
Yeah, they don't have much cover because this fortress has fallen behind.
So
So they
what do
can
you
reach
think
it.
here? Bombing run or let them advance and then
Nah, send
out
the
the Mandos?
Mandos. We don't have any proper bombs, just X-wings. So
Okay. And the people that are still in Foundry will just be, kind of last defense.
Right. Okay.
All right.
I'm sure the
Deploy the
Mandos can fight in
Mandalorians.
retreat. They can fight in retreat. They're not.
They know what to do. They faced this before, from what our comms say.
Yeah, there's no such thing as retreating in Mando.
That is true.
Advancing in another direction, right?
Exactly.
Nada
Reposition.
and I make like a combined check to deploy those.
So yeah, you could one of you could assist the other one which would add you could either take an attribute from one of you and a skill from another one and roll a single check, or you could just add a boost and one of you make the check.
Well, I have 3 yellows, 1 green, and leadership. And I get, I can take back 2 set packs.
Honestly, I think doing separate checks is probably going to be better.
All right, I'll let you just go ahead and do the Mandos. Off you go.
Do the Mandos. You gotta phrase it like that.
But do we
Are
have
there any Mandos here? I want to do them.
So what's the difficulty for that?
So the difficulty on that roll will be a hard 3 purples.
No help from Nam here?
What do you mean by help from Nam?
Well, he's like, we're kind of like saying like, all right, it's time, and he would be the one kind of sending them kind of into battle.
Yeah, I'll
so
give you
would that maybe?
I'll give you a boost. I'll give you a boost for Nam assisting you as well.
Okay, 1 minute. Let me find my skill.
All right, so these Mandos are ready to go.
And they're roided and ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some serious boosts when they make their rolls.
And I'll, over the comms, let everyone know that our ground troops are deployed,
All right.
heading to engage.
So that would get us to another PC slot. I know that Cribbin just assisted Nada Ali on this check, but is there anything else you want to do?
No, not really.
Okay. All right. So now we get to these 3 NPC turns here, and they've advanced now all the way to the cusp. They've taken out the flat cannons.
Oh no!
The droids have all been taken out, and so so you just got this massive amount of forces that are beginning to drop ropes and ladders and things down into the spire of Foundry 4, and will soon be pouring into it. The AT-ATs are a little bit behind. They're not quite to the point where they can reach it and fire into it yet. But everything else, the ground troops are there and they're ready to go as the Mandos kind of come floating up I guess most of them are using jetpacks and things so that they can kind of float up and meet them as they reach the edge of it. And so that looks like we got 2 more PC slots now.
Who else is left? Oh, sorry.
I think it's going to be me and IG.
Well, Kira's got one too. Did we miss one up above somehow?
She has to go
Kira.
last.
Yeah.
Well, but I've only showed 2 left for this turn.
I thought IG went. Maybe not.
Mine probably just got mixed up with Kara.
Yeah.
I mean, with Natus.
All right. So, well, at any rate, we can have. I don't think IG's gone. Have you gone, Brad?
No, and neither.
So yeah, we still got Evan and IG, and then Kira. And IG and Danzel can go in any order they want.
Okay, like kind of barely related question here. Did Kira like fly or take a speeder over to?
She took a speeder.
Okay. Could I program a route into the Spirit to like a kind of autopilot thing for it to fly over there and land?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I want to program it to like fly over close to the entrance, I guess, kind of close to where the Mandos and the Stormtroopers were fighting, because I assume that's kind of the only entrance to the Foundry.
Yeah, I mean, you could kind of go in the back here where there aren't as many Imperials, but you're right. You're going to have to fly right over that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we'll. I think I'll take it over there and let IG know that we're making a quick jump out here. So if he wants to take a shot here, he can, or if he's got the action economy for that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll put one more hit on that float.
Okay.
Put that thing down.
Okay. And Brad, you're going in and out for some reason.
Okay. See. All right. So in case you didn't get that, we'll make one more pass over the damaged floating fort. Put that thing down, and then we'll land, and IG will hop out and get in the battle.
Okay.
Next turn.
All right.
All right. So we're still looking at 2 difficulty, right?
Right.
And since I'll go ahead and use true aim again and go.
Okay.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
IG is so ridiculous.
So just imagine the Wayward Spirit just kind of flying over the floating fortress as it moves into position to land and to drop passengers off inside the spire, and it just evaporates into about a bazillion pieces as it flies over and through the smoke. And that gets us
Does that take out any stormtroopers as it falls to the ground?
With those advantage, yeah, there's some stormtroopers that are falling off to the side as well.
All right, that works for me. I'm ready to hit the ground.
Okay. So
we'll fly in kind of low and bail out.
So we'll assume that Danzel and IG successfully. Well, why don't y'all both go ahead and make average athletics checks to bail out?
Can they do coordination if that works better?
Coordination or athletics, yeah.
Average is 2.
2, yes.
Ow.
All right, so Danzel is going to take 4 wounds from falling damage. And IG successfully lands on his feet.
D'Angelo just like lands flat on his back, gets the wind knocked out.
Thump! Ow!
Was that my spine or a rock?
It was both.
IG just kind of casually reaches down, grabs him,
Pulls him up by the collar.
like nothing happened.
Come on, meatbag.
All right,
All
one
right,
last. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna ask, like I know we said I programmed it to fly on and we jumped out. Was that my action and my maneuver?
Yes.
Okay. And then, yeah, okay. Then that'll be it for me.
Okay. Is there something you wanted the spirit to do at this stage? Or
like I said, I think we just programmed it to blast off towards Spire 32.
okay. All right. So, are you wanting it to land there or take off again? Get out of range? I guess that's
Just
what I
land
was
over
asking.
there.
Yeah, I think he wants the spirit to land here so we have a getaway.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Very good.
So maybe have it land near Andon's X-Wing.
Okay. All right. So it is landed, and D'Angelo and IG, only a little worse for the wear, are kind of moving in to get in position for the inevitable assault on Foundry Four itself. All right, Kira.
How long until the Republic gets here, or the Rebellion?
It's a long time if you're waiting for the Republic.
7 hours.
Yeah, the Republic is never coming.
Ever.
Listen, I'm listening to the
Duel of
Anakin
the
and
Fates.
Obi-Wan music right now, so let me just pretend the Republic's still here. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna kill an Inquisitor.
So which one are you going to try to kill?
Which one am I closest to right now?
Well, they're basically both engaged with you.
Well, the one that started talking about Pop is dead now to me. So how dare you talk about my grandfather? You don't know anything about my grandfather.
Dark side.
I mean, we'll see what happens.
All right. Go ahead and take a swing at him.
So 1 red, 2 red, 1 purple.
2 red, 1 purple's the base difficulty.
All
On
right.
it. He has one black as well.
Okay. I'm going to use Destiny Point.
No, don't.
Why?
Because then you can't use one on Force Pips.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Matt.
Nope.
Sorry to table talk. I just didn't know if she knew that.
I did not know that. So you can
At least
put
I
that one.
think it works that way.
I didn't think it did, but
Well, I know you're only supposed to send 1 per check, so I don't know if that includes the Force side of it or not.
I'm
look in Force
going
and Destiny.
to. Do I have that? I think I have that. I'm going to use Touch of Fate. All right, and I'm going to use Draw Closer on this guy, and since he's right next to me,
Okay.
I'll have to draw him closer.
Nope.
So you have to cut him in the face.
Okay.
Oh.
So we're talking.
All right, I'm going to use those.
You got 2 more dark side if you want them.
Yeah, so you can do 6 pips.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Okay, but here's the question: do you use those for damage, or do you roll a crit plus like 90?
Crit plus 90.
Let's
Crit him
see,
to death.
4 advantage.
You got Vicious 2. He's already got 1 crit.
Okay,
Yep.
so what do we got? We got 4 advantage and 6 pips. That's 100.
Yes.
Crit him to death.
Plus the vicious 2,
So that's 120 right there.
plus the other crit's 130.
Okay, so Matt has to roll beneath 20.
Yes. And if he rolls beneath 20, you're still getting something incredibly good.
Yeah, so Matt, let's do that.
All right, but we're spinning the dark side on this one, right?
Yes, so I'm taking what, like freaking 4 conflict? Holy
Yes.
crap.
You're taking You're taking 6 conflict because of the despair.
Ooh, there we go. I use my destiny point to do that. 6 conflict. Holy crap.
You're getting real
Well, you
angry,
are doing
girl.
this like literally out of malice.
Yeah, he was talking crap about my grandpa.
You're pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Where is he? There he is. All right. So I've already got 20. Okay, so we're going to have the 10 built in because it's already on the sheet. And you said 120 total?
Yeah.
Or was it 130?
It was 130 including the 10, so it's 120 for you to offset.
120 for me to offset.
There we go.
189.
Yeah.
So
could have saved a couple.
So Kira, like four or five blows, just drives him back and back and back, and she's just screaming at the top of her lungs, and she just whacks his head off.
Oh.
Okay. And he just falls on his knees, and then his body falls down in front of her.
Can I glare at the girl?
Yes, you can.
Oh, I'm glaring.
All right, back to the surface for a mass combat check.
Oh, that was great.
So we've got all the characters down in Foundry 4 in the meantime just screaming and pointing up as the Mandos start kind of rising up out of the smoke and start opening fire on the stormtroopers. The X-Wings trying to get some kind of benefit coming back from behind them, and we're going to roll a check this time that is going to be, on the Imperial side, is going to be 2 red and 3 purple. And then on the, you've got strength 4 on the Alliance side. So it's going to be 4 green plus whatever upgrades you can get off of your cooler leadership. The Mandos are like super pumped and in super strategic position right now, so they're going to get 4 boost die just off of them. And I think that's all we've got, all the advantages we got out there right now. I might be wrong.
Only the X-Wings if they're doing anything else.
Taylor, do I take strain for using... How much strain do I take for using the 4? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Matt.
So you got the 4 boosts on the Mandos. And I think those are the only boosts that are left because they've destroyed just about all the other assets that you have up there.
It's quite a roll.
Wow.
Yep.
Do you have anything that lets you re-roll?
Can you do a re-roll?
Yeah, I'm totally going to re-roll that, boy.
Boy,
it's
too despair, yeah.
We've got light side points left, don't we?
Yes.
We do.
Yeah, we haven't used them all.
I'm going to use one.
Okay.
Here we go.
Are you for real?
What?
What?
Net 0 is better than despair.
That's true.
Actually, I guess the odds of getting net 0 actually increase the larger the dice pools get, as long as they're even.
Can I give him his one bonus success?
Oh yeah, you can.
Oh shoot!
You sure can.
Awesome. Excellent.
That counts.
By the skin of our teeth.
Yeah. So what you see on the edge of it is these Mandos just keep mowing down row after row of stormtroopers, like white bodies just falling down through the shaft right and left in front of them. And this goes on for 1 minute and 2 minutes. They're just continuing to just hold off wave after wave of stormtroopers. But even then, eventually, they end up kind of getting driven back and back toward the surface, and slowly troopers begin to edge their way down on ropes and head down into the foundry. And some of them are starting to set up heavy weapons along the exterior of it. And you look up now as these overwhelming forces start to pour over inside of Foundry 4. And that is where we are going to leave off for this week.
What?
Oh my goodness.
Matthew.
At least tell us that because we didn't advance plot that much that we can just play next week or something.
Let me think.
Even if it's short?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll talk about maybe just finishing this up next week. But it's getting into we'd be getting into another full round and rolling for initiative and a lot of things that would take a while at this point. That's the main reason I wanted to break right now. Although
we can keep the initiative.
Although it does seem like a dramatically appropriate cliffhanger type moment.
Golly, I've got to get better about budgeting using my abilities during the session. I've got like all of my once per session abilities I still haven't used.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, just keep an eye on the clock because we're going to play about 2 hours. So, when we're in mass combat, that means you're going to get about 4 turns probably. So, because I'm finding these take about a half hour each is about what they're taking.
Matt, do we want to just keep these initiative turns for the next time we play? And do I need to roll conflict today?
I think we should get to roll conflict.
I think you're going to go ahead and roll conflict, yeah. I think you're going to go ahead and roll conflict.
Oh, man, shoot.
What did I get?
Dildos.
3.
So that means it goes down. So, like, I have conflict 6.
So that goes down by 2.
Okay, yeah, all right, cool. When do you start going dark side?
30.
Okay, good. I'm at 44.
Jeez. Andon's up to 76.
You're moving
Is it 80 that you start getting light side benefits?
Yeah. Well, I'm the one who actually uses the force.
That's true. That's the whole thing. Andon commits instead.
All right. And so long to our viewers and our YouTube viewers. We will see you possibly in a week. If not in a week, then in a